Explain to me how you are on the Shell video, behind Shell Station. Explain that one to me.
I don't know.
You're going to pay for the crime that happened if you commit a murder.
You just saw 33-year-old David Randall Wright. Just moments ago, this middle-aged murderer was caught on camera taking the life of a 19-year-old. But that very same footage he is being confronted with will prove that David wasn't the only killer.
You were on scene at the scene of a homicide.
But I wasn't.
I have you on video, man. It's no question that you were there.
Now, interviewing these two will be one of the most frustrating.
My vernacular is very good.
Sweet.
So you have to explain your words to me.
Most people don't know what that word means. I apologize.
Most people are idiots.
And blood-boiling interrogations these detectives have ever experienced. But Dumb and Dumber here have left behind a damning trail of clues. Ones that will make both of them turn on each other.
I didn't know he had a gun. Dude, I didn't know he had a gun. I don't want to be around guns.
One act doesn't make you what you are. Who you are makes you what you are.
So for you to sit here and tell me that you weren't there is kind of ridiculous at this point.
On February 17th, 2019, police in Everett, Washington responded to a shooting at an unlikely place, a local Jack-in-the-Box. When they arrived, they discovered 19-year-old Raul Cuadros deceased from a gunshot wound. Fortunately, finding out who fired the shot was a cakewalk, or donut walk if you prefer, because at the scene of the crime, police had not only ample witnesses, but footage from all the nearby businesses, leading them to 3 suspects: David Randall Wright, Cody Anderson, and Christopher Phelps. The footage showed Chris approaching a young woman, Bree, under the pretense of selling her drugs. Instead, she was ambushed by Cody and David. The minute she saw Cody, she knew she was in trouble. Because just 4 days prior, she had done the same thing to Cody, lured him to a hotel room under the pretense of buying substances from him, and then ambushed him, stealing his belongings. Which means, unfortunately for everyone, Bree was smart enough to bring backup to the drug exchange at the Jack-in-the-Box. That backup was Raul Cuadros, who, in the altercation that ensued, was shot by David. Armed with this information, police contacted David, Cody, and Chris to interrogate them. The following footage was kindly provided to us by the Everett Police Department. First, let's take a look at David.
There's no question as to why you're here at this point, right? I mean, it's been in the media, and we've had 4 people arrested already, so I don't have any big secrets to hold from me at this point, right?
I was just told when they arrested me that I was being arrested for murder. So.
Okay. And so, do you have any idea as to why you are here?
No.
Okay. So you've been identified as somebody that was involved in homicide. So that is why you were here. Because of that, I'm going to read you your rights, and then we'll kind of go from there. I know a few things going into this, which makes you not my ultimate focus. I know you're not the shooter and that type of thing, but let me read your rights real quick, and then we'll kind of go over things, okay?
Both of the boys are read their rights. Cody, Mr. Tattletale himself, isn't quite so confident after he acknowledges the Miranda rights. Self-proclaimed big brain David, however, decides that going into the conversation playing stupid and looking for a fight is the way to go. But if he was actually big-brained, he'd have asked for a lawyer.
So, like I said, I mean, it's already been in the media. 4 people have been arrested. It's not like we don't know what happened to some extent, you know. We're a few days into this, so a lot of investigation has gone into this thus far. But there's always more that we don't know from every single party, right? Everybody has a little piece of the puzzle. We don't necessarily get the truth from everybody. So I would like to hear from you what happened.
No, I have no clue because I'm just now hearing about this. So I know that a good friend of mine we went to bail him out the other day, and the charge of murder popped up for him.
Okay, who's that?
Chris Phelps.
Okay, is he a buddy or is he actually your cousin?
He's like family to me, but he's not blood or biologically related, no.
Okay, all right. So, I mean, the whole, I don't know what you're talking about, is kind of out the door at this point. Man, I got several people who have already identified you. You're identified on video. So it's not a question of that you were there. It's more a question of what led up to this, what was supposed to happen, because I don't think this is what was actually supposed to happen. I don't think that was your plan to go out there and kill somebody. that day. But something happened. Right?
I don't know.
So you're just gonna play that you have no idea what happened because you weren't there.
I was not. No.
I know you were there. I've seen your communications with people about it. I mean, there's no question, man. So for you to sit here and tell me that you weren't there is kind of ridiculous at this point. It's not helpful to you, really, to just be quiet and not say anything. Because what I have are people who are looking out for themselves. They're not looking out for you. They're looking out for number one because they don't want to catch charge. So they're going to dime you off. They're not looking out for you.
So you believe somebody that's going to tell you that somebody else did something to save their...
Well, with all the additional evidence, yes.
It's not just footage at 3 different establishments proving that both David and Cody were involved in the homicide. It's the word of waitresses, witnesses, and Brianna, who was standing beside Raul when he was shot, and knew all of the men involved in the shooting by name. And then, of course, there's the word of Cody. Because in every chain of crime, there's a weakest link. And Cody, well, he's about as durable as a paperclip.
So like I said, you've been identified as somebody who was on scene at a homicide. I know that that's not what that was supposed to be, and that things probably didn't go the way they were supposed to go, and that you weren't the person who actually shot the guy. But I wanted to get your side of the story as to things that happened. I have one part of the story. I haven't talked to the other guy, the actual shooter, at this point, but so if you can tell me what happened, it would probably help me to understand why things happened.
To what?
I mean, you know what happened. I have you on video, man. It's no question that you were there.
There's
So
no video where?
Jack in the Box, man.
When? I wasn't at Jack in the Box.
Why don't we do it this way? Where were you yesterday?
Yesterday, I was at home.
All day?
Yeah.
Didn't leave?
No.
Okay.
So go through your day for me, then.
Me and my girlfriend woke up. We ate. We smoked a little bit, and then I pretty much just went back to bed. I don't do much. I literally stay at home because I don't want to go out and get in trouble or do anything.
So Cody, what I don't understand is why are we going to go this route that you're going to say you never left your house at all when I can clear as day see you on video? I mean, there's a reason why you're in here, right? It's not just because I picked a name out of a hat.
Yeah, but
You were on scene at the scene of a homicide.
I wasn't.
You want to call it something different? With that,
But obviously you guys don't.
A robbery gone
It
bad?
wasn't me just at my house all day yesterday.
First, Cody plays dumb. Really, really dumb. Then he offers up a motive for the shooting he claims he wasn't involved in without even being asked. Mind you, this is just 6 minutes into his interrogation.
What was it, about 4 days ago, I think? 4 or 5 days ago, I got robbed at gunpoint by Bree. And her friend, she said that she didn't know they were going to do that, that she was going to make it right. And then she never did. And then she sent me a message 2 nights ago saying something about somebody dying or some shit. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she said, don't play stupid. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? I've been at home.
okay. So what happened 4 days ago?
4 days ago, she called me up. Well, I was down by where she was at. She was at Motel 6 on 100th. And she called me up and she wanted a little bit of dope. And I had a little bit, and I said, sure, why not? And I go there, and it was me and my girlfriend. We walk up to the room, And when she answers the door, she said, just one of us can come in. And all right. Didn't think nothing. And I go in. My girlfriend goes back down to the car. And I'm in the room. I asked her, I said, is this just your room? She says, no, it's me and my friends. And I said, well, where's your friend? She said, he's in the bathroom. And I look back and I see the light on, or the light off, and the bathroom door open. And at this point, I walk towards the door, and next thing you know, two guys come out. One's got a gun, and they tell me, they say, give me your money. I said, what? And they said, give me your money. I said, I ain't got no money. And he cocked the gun back, and he told me, like, all I had on me was a knife, and I was holding the knife, and he said, drop the knife. He said, drop the knife. And then he pointed at me. I told him again, and then he put it up to my head like this. And that's when I dropped it. And then they had me sit. They told me to sit on the bed. I sat down. They grabbed my bag. They grabbed everything, and pushed me over. They hit me, and then ran out the door.
Do you know who either one of those guys were?
No, I don't.
Would you be
one
able-
of them was wearing a bandana like this, and the other one had sunglasses and a hat.
We know who they are.
Who were they? I've never seen them before.
Well, let me just ask you a quick question. If I'm able to put charges on them, would you like to move forward with charging on them?
No, I don't like anybody getting charges with anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have those guys identified.
I mean, I'd like my stuff back, but I know that's probably already gone. I mean, that was the only. I just got a tablet, brand new speaker I just got.
So what did they take from you?
They took a little bit of drugs, my tablet, Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1, and a Dre Beats Pill Plus speaker, and plus a bunch of other little shit that was in my backpack. I don't know what all, like my sharpening stuff for knives, just little stuff like that.
What was stolen in this burglary was hardly worth fighting over, let alone someone dying over. Most of all, Cody wanted his Bluetooth speaker back, likely so he could blast terrible music walking down street corners on his daily walk to sling drugs to people.
And then she never said anything, and then she sent me a message saying something about somebody dying or something. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then she says, don't play stupid. I said, what are you talking about? She said, you know what I'm talking about. I said, no, I don't. Like, I've been on inside today.
Don't you think if Bray was there that she'd recognize you?
Yeah, it was.
Look, man, you're sitting here because we need your help to confirm some information. That's why you're here. So I'm going to fast forward this a little bit just so that you understand. You obviously care about your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go talk to her after this, and she's going to lie for you. And then she's going to get jammed up as an accessory. It's a really bad move. And I'm just going to let you know how it plays out. You obviously care about her. You got her initials tattooed on your hand. I know that she is going to lie for you, and I can prove that you were there. I don't want to go down that route. I don't have to go down that route. But I need you to understand the situation you are in. All of that can be negated. And I'm just explaining it to you because I've done this for 20 years now. And I know how this plays out. And there's no reason it has to go that route. But I have to continue the investigation. I'll put you on a phone with her so you can talk to her so you know that I'm not looking to jam her up. Okay? But honesty needs to start happening. Because she's going to be dumb enough to lie for you.
Then I was at Jack in the Box. And what happened was I just wanted to get back what was mine. And they wouldn't give it back. And I said something. I said, give me my back. And she said something about having to pry it from her fingers. And they were walking away, like I stepped towards them, and she turned around and she was standing there and she maced me. And then I hear a loud pop and I just took off running.
Okay.
I didn't know what happened.
Obviously, the reason you're here is because I want confirmation as to who you're with. I'm going to be honest with you, I already know, but I have to hear it from you.
I just know his name was Dave. I don't know anything about him. That's honestly, that's...
No, it's not.
That's...
No, it's not.
Just like that, Cody's admitted that he was there, that it was a setup, that he had motive, and that Dave was the one who fired the fatal shot killing Raul. Now, that's not to say that Cody has taken actual responsibility, but he's taken more than you're about to see David take.
But that is part of why I want to talk to you, because maybe they're telling me something different about what really happened, what really went down there. I'm not going to believe 100% what they told me.
Yeah, that's good. You probably shouldn't.
Because if they're telling me you're the one who was planning this stuff, do I believe that? I don't know. Should I? I don't, because I know more than that. But playing the whole I wasn't there, it's not helpful to you, man. You're not helping yourself out.
I've been out of jail for all of a week and a half. I've spent almost every minute of it with my girlfriend. So, as for did I plan to kill anybody? Did I kill anybody? No, I didn't.
Okay. So when I look at the GPS on your phone, it's not going to tell me that. It's going to tell me that you were with your girlfriend the whole time. That you never were over at Jack in the Box.
It should.
And the only reason you might tell me that is because maybe you didn't take your phone.
Or maybe somebody else had my phone. It's been known to happen. Quite often, actually.
So, you're sitting there for a murder one charge. I would expect you to kind of rack your brain a little bit more if you didn't do the crime to help me rule you out as the suspect. Were you in any stores or any locations that I can put you on video somewhere?
Not if I've been home.
I agree. I'm just asking you. Like, if there's something that I could use to rule you out, I'm more than happy to. The last thing I want to do is put an innocent person in jail and potentially prison for 20 years off a crime they didn't do. That's not my style. So I want to give you the opportunity to help me rule you out. If you rule me out, I go in a different direction. To be honest with you, that's unlikely, but I'm open-minded to it. I've been surprised before. I'll be honest, I was surprised in this case already. So,
Not as surprised as I am.
well, that's not not true, but I'm not trying to be mean, but I mean, you know why you're here and what's going on. I mean, at this point, you're literally the last person we've talked to, and the only person that has an allegiance to you is Chris. So, I mean, obviously people are not going to be shy about telling us who was there and who did what. And plus we have video, which you know because you guys called the 7-Eleven to see if they had video. So,
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box, excuse me. Lord. There's video at the Chevron. There's video at the Shell. You know that we have all your co-suspects under arrest. Like, all I want from you is a reason. I understand what happened. I just need to know why.
The only person I know you have under arrest is Chris.
Okay. We have Cody under arrest. Brianna's actually under arrest too because she was stupid. And we have Tannehill, what's his name, Ray?
Ray.
He's in custody as well. We have his car, the car that was used, the car that was at Chevron in our impound. They are all under arrest. You were the last. Chris is under arrest because we viewed messages on the phones that organized picking you up. Those same messages from you to Cody, we have them on their phone. We've already viewed them. We have the Facebook communications between Chris and Brianna, setting up the deal that happened where you guys showed up at the Chevron and walked down. I'm just being straight with you because this is how this plays out. Your girlfriend's going to be dumb enough to provide you an alibi on a murder charge. And then she's going to get roped up in a murder as an accessory. If you care about that person, you have just set her up for failure. So I'm letting you know, as trying to be decent with you, like, this isn't a, we're going to trick you into saying something. This is a, explain what happened because it matters for you later. You're going to be charged with murder one. Whether it stays murder one, that's up to the prosecutor. If you're cooperative, you know from past cases, I'm assuming, that that charge can change up and down. So I'm just asking you to make a decision, and I'm not going to sit here and talk to you for 45 minutes and try to beat it out of you, because that's not where we're at. We're beyond us trying to trick you into saying something. That's why I just laid out for you kind of where we're at, because there's no game that I need to play at this point. And if you want your girlfriend jammed up because you just set her up for it, then that's your choice.
You can't threaten me with jamming her up.
It's not a threat, man. I'm just telling you how it plays out. Like, I'm going to go talk to her, and she's going to be dumb enough to lie for you. When I got video evidence that you weren't with her, and you just told me you were with her all weekend, and she's going to tell me that. So that's not a threat. I'm telling you what's going to happen because I have to continue the investigation because you've now provided an alibi that I got to walk down. That's just what has to happen. I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you.
Unfortunately for David, anyone with more than 2 brain cells to rub together is a massive threat, despite what you'll hear him claim about his supposed superior intelligence. At this point, he still thinks he's smart enough to outfox detectives. Cody, bless his heart, has realized that he is in fact not, and he's squealing like a pig.
How did you know they were going to be at Japanese?
Somebody told me that.
Who told you that?
My friend Chris.
Okay. Are you still going to go with the Dave?
So Dave was the one that was with me. Chris was the one that told me they were going to be there.
So describe Dave for me.
He got kind of short hair, was a little bit of scrub, goatee, wears glasses, medium build, about 6'2", 6'3".
Where's Dave live?
Silver Lake.
Do you know where it's at?
Yeah, it's where's the address? Yeah.
Do you know his last name, man? Can you save me some time, please?
Dwight or Dwight? D-W-R-I-T-E, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
D as in David?
Yeah.
W-A-R-T?
R-I.
R-I-T?
Yeah.
Do you know the code to that phone?
Is it 10?
What is it?
It's just a pattern.
Okay, what's the pattern?
Why?
Because I'm going to need to search the phone, man. Obviously. You know that, right? I mean, that makes sense to you? Like, I got to prove what you're telling me is true because that matters. You're not the guy that did the shooting. I need to get the guy that did the shooting.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're telling me it's Dave set up by Chris And so the phone will confirm that. That's why I need the pin.
It's a mess.
Okay. After the shot, where'd you guys go?
I don't know where he went. I took off running.
Where'd you go?
I went to the show and then I fucking went down and home.
What do you mean the shell?
Like the Shell gas station. I took off running that way and then just down casino.
Did you go into the shell?
No.
Did you drop any clothing?
No. I didn't drop any clothing.
Where are the clothes you were wearing?
I threw them away.
Where?
And clothing donation bin.
Which one?
The one down towards Silver Lake by Safeway.
And what about the dude that was with you? Where'd he go?
I don't know. He took off running too. I didn't see which way he went.
Have you talked to him since?
No, I have not.
Okay, that wasn't true.
I haven't talked to him at all.
What about Chris? Did you tell him?
I talked to Chris a little bit. That he had some things that he wanted me to get for him. And I asked him if he still wanted me to get those things. And he said, yes. Are you at home? I said, yeah. And then he never got back to me.
Because he's in jail.
Oh.
I don't really want to play police tricks and games with you, man. I just want to be upfront with you and have an honest conversation. Okay? Who was the second person?
All I know is his name is David. Dave is what Chris texted me and told him. And then his last name, like I said, it was DWRITE, I think.
Someone spelling out your last name and giving your exact address is about the most you can possibly rat someone out. Yet David is still in denial.
I don't know where you guys think you get your information from, but it wasn't there.
I think this was a mistake, but if this is your time to bring that forward. Like, if you accidentally shot the dude because you flinched or you got scared because of something he did, now is the time. If you come up with that stuff later, nobody is going to believe a word you say.
How does somebody accidentally shoot somebody?
Because if your finger's on the trigger, it's called a sympathetic reflex. It happens to police officers all the time.
I think that's a term that's been come up with just to cover shooting people.
You know, you can try to make it about that. I'm talking about you.
I wouldn't know. Never shot anybody.
Before.
Never have.
Okay.
Never even shot an animal.
So, where are we at then, man? I mean, you're unwilling to provide me with some stuff that I can rule you out. So, where do I go from here? I mean, you're the police officer, reverse roles. You're the cop. You're sitting over here trying to figure out if this dude has any remorse for what he did or if he's just worried about getting in trouble. How would you proceed?
I'm not worried about getting in trouble, but I didn't do shit.
Okay.
Think you've got some people that might have said that I did to cover their own.
I got your phone records too, man. Like it's been long enough that we've gotten this stuff, right? I'll just be upfront with you. We got Cody's phone. The one that shows your phone number and your address and the communications between you two. Like, I have it. Like, I'm not trying to be, I'm just laying it out for you because that's
Just because
where
I
we're
met
at.
up with somebody doesn't mean that I went with them to go do something.
Okay. So, when did you meet up with Cody then?
Probably 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
On what day?
Maybe Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. Where did you meet up with him?
Over by my house.
Okay. And who was with him?
That I don't know.
Was he alone?
When I met up with him, yes.
So why did you meet up with the dude that you didn't know?
Because my friend Chris had asked me to.
Okay. And so what happened after that?
Well, he had tried to proposition me for a handgun.
Mm-hmm.
I told him I didn't have one.
Okay.
So,
Did he say why?
no.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering the communications you guys had, you would have known before you met with him.
Why did you leave that out when we first started talking? You think that might be important that the guy under arrest for murder came to your house looking for a gun?
Well, if I had given him a gun, then I think that would be important.
Well, it shows his intent. I mean, of course it's relevant to the case, right?
People buy guns for all sorts of reasons, man.
Yeah, but in this instance, there was a murder with the guy that had just come to your house that I just asked you about. So I'm asking you why you left that out.
And you didn't tell me until recently that he was the one arrested for murder.
That's not true. You said, we can rewind 30 minutes into this conversation if you'd like, where I named everybody off prior to that. So, and I'm not trying to make you wrong. I'm just trying to tell you, you left that out. I'm wondering why. Because the answer's obvious, right?
You just recently in this conversation let me know that Cody was one of the ones involved. Saying that you had communications between him and I. And that
Well, I explained to you who everybody was that was arrested. So when I laid out the 5 people, that was a while in the past. I'm just like when I named his name back then. I mean, we can go back to the tape. It's all being recorded, right? But I mean, I would have been like, oh, yeah, that dude came to my house. I mean, the fact that you didn't mention it, I mean, you obviously understand how that looks, right? Like you're trying to hide something.
Well, being as I'm a convicted felon and I'm, trafficking firearms,
Yeah.
that might be something I would like to hide,
Granted.
no matter what somebody's using them for.
Okay. So they went on their way. Just the Cody dude, and did you actually talk to the other guy in the car? How does he know who you are then?
Maybe my name was mentioned when they were coming to meet me.
But he didn't see you.
Unless he seen me when he was parked.
But you didn't see the car.
I didn't look for the car.
Okay.
Unless I'm coming to meet somebody at their vehicle. I don't ask what vehicle they're in.
Well, that's not. And again, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to insult you, but that's not very smart. You're meeting somebody to sell guns, and you're not going to watch around you to see where they come and go. Like, you are smarter than that. That's why I'm saying that's not very
It was
smart.
referred
You
to me
wouldn't
by
do
somebody that I trust.
Okay. I would still be on my 6.
Obviously, the exchange where Cody and Chris were supposedly trying to buy a gun from David didn't happen. But David somehow thinks that police are going to bite, and believe that that's the reason there would be any text between him, Chris, and Cody mentioning a gun. Not because they were, making sure David brought it to the crime scene and got rid of it after.
So what was Dave's role?
He was just standing there quietly while I talked to him. And then when she sprayed me, I heard the bang, and like I said, I just took off running.
But Dave's not going to just be like, "Hey, stranger, I'll go to Jack in the Box to hang with you." So what did he think he was going there for?
He knew that it was to try and get my shit back.
And how was that going to happen?
I was pretty much, I was hoping to just take it and run, but she wasn't going to give me my shit because she said that she was going to make it right, so I was hoping not. But I brought him with me just in case the other 2 guys were there again. And yeah.
Do you know you had a gun?
No, I did not.
You're not going to go jack somebody who jacked you with a gun and not know your partner has a gun. Especially how it went down. Because it's on video. We can see you look back at him like...
Well, I got ready to fight. I didn't know he had a gun.
Who?
Dave. I didn't know he had a gun. I'm a felon. I don't want to be around guns.
What about the gun?
I have no idea what happened to the gun.
Did he have it when you guys went back?
No. I don't... Like, he said that he stashed it somewhere. And I wasn't wondering where. I just wanted to get... I didn't know any of that was going to happen.
Why do you think David shot him?
She pepper sprayed me, and what Dave said was that like he flinched. It looked like the guy was going to grab something, and they pulled the trigger.
Dave saying he flinched when you were pepper sprayed?
No, when I was pepper sprayed, the other guy, like, I guess that he thought that he was going to grab something, and then that's when Dave just shot him.
At any point in time, did you see the male with?
So, did Dave had a gun? Yeah.
Dave had the gun.
Anybody else?
I don't know.
Did you see anybody else with a gun?
I didn't even know Dave had one until I heard the shot.
So the only gun you saw was Dave's?
Yeah.
And of course, the several minutes of footage police have tracking everyone's movements from A to B verify exactly what Cody has said. Dave was seen on camera lifting his shirt to reveal the gun in his waistband in an attempt to threaten Bree and Raul. And Bree and Raul did exactly what they should have done. They tried to leave. But then Cody tried to grab her purse. Bree responded by pepper spraying him in the forehead. And Dave responded by shooting Raul. And as you're about to see, his responses haven't gotten any less violent since then. Perhaps he has a headache from all those smarts he's been lugging around.
And I'm trying not to. Can you respect that? Like, I'm trying to be decent with you. I didn't have to tell you any of this stuff.
And whatever you're telling me, I think you're full of shit on it. Because I didn't do anything.
Do you really? I've given you enough information to know, so you know that I have the knowledge that I have. You know that there's cameras at 7-Eleven, or I keep saying 7-Eleven, at Jack in the Box. You know that. Because you were smart enough to call and ask.
No. Sure wasn't.
Okay, look, whatever. I'm just telling you, you know that there are cameras there. And if you're as smart as I think you were, you know there's cameras at the Shell station, and you know there's outside cameras at the Chevron, because they're visible. You could just walk over there and see that.
There's cameras everywhere.
Right, and you did it in like one of the most surveilled places because of the amount of crime that occurs at that location.
Well, apparently every time I say something, you think I'm lying, so why say anything at all?
Well, look, man, you can pretend you're upset, but you're not. I mean, I proved that you're lying.
Not upset. I'm just, logically, if you're going to fucking call me a liar, there's no point in me saying anything.
I don't think I ever called you a liar. I said that I'm asking you to come clean about not being at home with your girlfriend Saturday night. Because you obviously had your phone Saturday night, right? Because you met up with Cody. You communicated with him via phone. So that ain't the night you didn't have your phone. And respectfully, there are not a lot of dudes out there wearing glasses that do crime. It's pretty rare. Like for me to have two in one case. I'm telling you, I do this for a living. Like I'm just telling you, like, be upfront with you. Initially, I was surprised that you were the second suspect. Because obviously, a dude with glasses who sets up the deal, like I figured it was Chris. So So that was where I was surprised in this case. I was like, they're telling me, no, man, dude's name is Dave. I'm like, stop. Right? Because I'm like, there's no way. Like, Chris sets up the deal. He's not the dude who's doing it. Like, so
you clearly have a general distrust of the police. Is that fair to say?
I distrust almost everybody.
Detective Brenneman has pretty much laid out his cards. He's not holding back much of anything about this case. He's being pretty upfront and honest with you about the information that we have. So, I mean, at this point, there's no tricks. Nobody's trying to pull the wool over your face there. He's being honest with you about the information that we have, trying to give you an opportunity. And I mean, you've already said flat out you don't believe that he has that information. But, I mean, with everything he's told you, you have to know that what he's telling you is true.
Well, whatever you have, you've got from people that may not necessarily be giving you information for the best of reasons. So
Take the people out of this. Take them out. Who cares about the people? We've got other stuff. Communications and all those types of things. The video. So it's not just that people are telling us this. We're not relying 100% on people. If we did that, we'd be stupid, right? I like to think I'm not that dumb. So it's not just that we're relying on dopers to give us information about homicide. You take a totality of everything that we have, we know you're involved. And for you to sit here and just say that you don't have anything to do with it doesn't make any sense. I mean, at this point in the game, that does not make sense. It does nothing for you. Well, it does. It quite frankly, it's a detriment to you. But it doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. And I think you think that it does.
I think that you guys have me confused with somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have him confused with someone else.
And who is that?
It's Dave.
Cody identified Dave not just in one surveillance photo, but several. Not that police really needed him to, given how obvious the footage was.
explain to me how his partner was able to pick you out of a montage too.
I have no clue.
Neither do I. That's where mine's weird if you weren't there with them. Explain to me how you were on the Shell video. Behind Shell Station. Explain that one to me.
I don't know.
I'm asking for an explanation. Back by the power boxes. Or getting out of the car at the Chevron.
I don't know.
Well, I need that explanation if you weren't there, because it has to make sense. If you didn't go, how were you in the car? So at this point, I'm just being for like what you say matters, and it matters now. It doesn't matter like in the next year. It probably doesn't matter in the next 5 years. But you know when it matters? In the next 10 to 20 years. That's when it matters. You understand what I'm saying? Like the back end of this is what matters, not the front end.
I have enough felony points, it doesn't matter at all.
It absolutely does matter. You want to know why? Because it matters what your charging is. It matters 100%. You know the charge of what murder 1 carries, I'm assuming. You can estimate that murder 2, manslaughter 1, manslaughter 2, those carry significantly less time. It does matter. Because you pointing out on for example, murder 2 is a lot different than you pointing out, for example, on a murder 1. So if you can explain what happened and it fits a different criteria, that affects your charging. If you sit there and you lie to me and say you weren't there when I have, and I just be upfront, I have an unbelievable amount of proof that you were there, and this is no hustle. I've hustled people before, and you can tell I'm not hustling you. That matters. Not up front, but on the back end. You're a young man. I'm looking for the reason why, and I'm looking for you to own what happened, because there's a bunch of other people that are being charged with murder one, and I don't know if that's appropriate. And it's the accessory rule is why all these people are being charged with murder one. Now, you may not have any allegiance to the other two mopes, but Chris, who was a part of the planning, is also wrapped up in the murder one charge, which you know because you went and realized that when he was at jail. So all of that stuff matters, and pretty much matters what you say.
I still say I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair enough, man. Do you have remorse?
If I killed somebody, I probably would.
Well, I honestly don't know where to go from here. I didn't expect the response that I just got because I didn't think you were that person. So, you understand how this plays out from here, right? Because I laid it out for you.
Yeah, I go to jail. You ask my girlfriend if I've been there. She'll tell you whatever the hell she tells you. You might ask my buddy Greg if I'd been there. He'll tell you whatever he tells you. Should you choose to charge them, then so be it.
On the upside, at least everyone pretty much threw each other under the bus equally. Chris, who helped plan the robbery, also ratted out David and Cody for their involvement, landing himself in hot water as well.
Dude, you're not this guy. You know you're not this guy. If you were, this conversation would be different.
Yeah, I'm obviously not this guy.
I'm
telling you
I meant that is letting everybody else go down for him. I meant that type of guy. That's not you. You have a reputation as being a stand-up dude.
I think that whatever those guys did that leads to you believing that they were accomplices and accessories and everything like that
Yeah.
would be their own fault if they for it.
Really? Even though, hypothetically, you're the person who pulled the trigger? So even though somebody else pulls the trigger, you're good with those guys going down. Your homie Chris, you're good with him going down. And I get it. You don't have any allegiance to these other two dudes. I understand that. But you're good with Chris going down. Getting 20 years off of what you did. As an estimate, I'm guessing. I don't know what murder one's I don't know his points. But it's a lot. You're good with that?
If you guys have him orchestrating and setting up something like that, then that's his own fault.
It's his own fault that you shot somebody. It's his own fault that you didn't do things the right way. That's his fault.
I ain't shoot nobody.
Okay, so the person that shot this other person, it's Chris's fault that person did that?
He should put himself around better people.
Okay. You know he's going to read this, right? I mean, he's going to have disclosure.
It's fine. I'd much rather not see my friend get in trouble, but if by you saying that you guys want me to tell you that I did something that I didn't do.
Fair enough. I don't want you to tell me that you did something you didn't do. That's not what I want. I want you to admit to what you did do. Because it's not even a question that you did it. So,
Well,
That-
if it
that-
was a question,
it's
or
not-
wasn't a question, you wouldn't be sitting here trying to get me to admit to something I didn't do.
I would, because it's the right thing to do. I need to know where you went Saturday.
I probably went to 7-Eleven at some point.
Okay. Any idea what time?
I go when I need something or want something.
I understand, but that's why I'm asking you, like, any time? Do you remember wanting or needing something on Saturday?
No, I don't, because I don't feel like I need to track every one of my movements and shit like that, because I don't need to have a Loctite schedule of what I'm doing and where I'm going.
Generally, that is true.
As long as I'm at DOC on Thursdays between 1 and 3,
Yeah.
and I make my appointments with Ideal Options, then doesn't seem like a big deal to me where I go.
Okay, unless you're being charged with murder, then it kind of is a big deal, right?
Yeah, but if I don't pay attention to and keep track of these things, how am I going to tell you where I was without lying to you then? Because I don't know exactly when I was there.
Well, if you could at least try.
Yeah. I mean, I would try. If it can rule you out as a suspect in a homicide, I would try. I would.
Yeah, well, where I was Saturday during the day has no bearing on where I was Saturday night, Sunday morning.
It does. Absolutely it does. Because I can show you wearing different clothes. Or I can show you wearing the same clothes. Right? That's pretty important. Do you agree? I can show that you were with somebody else and not with these people.
People change their clothes. People meet other people.
Oh, no question. But if I'm chipping away at that timeline, right, it can be exculpatory for you, meaning that it excludes you as a suspect.
I know, my vernacular is very good,
Sweet.
so you don't have to explain your words to me.
Look, dude, you can act like you're upset about that. You're not. So let's move past it.
The fact that you're talking to me like I'm a child,
You're
or
not.
that
I'm
fucking
not
a
talking to you
liar,
like a.
said it.
How did I talk to you like a child? Tell me when. I
If
think
you
I've
have to
been.
explain a word that you're using to me.
Most people don't know what that word means. I
Well, most
apologize.
people,
Okay, you can pretend you're getting upset about it, but you're really not.
no,
You're just
what I'm
trying
getting
to
upset
divert
about
away
is you
from
call
what
me
we're
a
talking
liar.
about. Because you lied. You lied. And I don't actually think I called you a liar. I did say you lied, but I don't think I actually called you a liar. So I'll call up to you now so we can just move past it. You are a liar. You have lied. Are you
That's the
a,
dumbest thing I've
Are
heard.
you-
You're talking to the wrong guy.
You don't care about those dudes?
I'm not saying I don't care about him. I'm saying that you're talking to the wrong guy
Why?
because I didn't do shit.
That's
And I think that
what innocent people say.
innocent people that actually give.
Yeah, no. You know how many people I've had in that chair, man? Thousands. I know you don't get you like enjoy your time. I don't care that I don't have any hard feelings for you. I'm just going to move on to my next case.
But before she does that, she gives David one final chance to come clean. Instead, he doubles down and looks dumb as hell doing it.
Do you want to tell me what happened or not?
Couldn't tell you because I don't know.
Fair enough. You good? You got anything? All right. We'll end up close the tape out for you, right, man?
Should have done that a long time ago when I said the conversation was over.
Okay. Whatever you say, partner.
Signature there. That just was that you waved your whites in the beginning because you did. I just forgot to have you do it. Read this out loud for me.
See, I can't do that because I'm not the only person that spoke on that tape. So,
Okay, so it says, I, David Wright, declare that the facts stated on this tape are true and correct to the best of my knowledge. My statement has been made freely, voluntarily, and without threats or promises of any kind. This only speaks to what you said, not what Detective Brenneman or I said.
it doesn't exclude that either, though. So,
You'll figure right in there that it excludes what Detective Brenneman and Detective Atkins said. It's just a perjury statement, man. It's saying what you said is the truth. It's the standard one that's on the form that everybody signs. So
well, I'm not going to sign that, and I can't write an exclusion to a form that's a standard form, so.
why not? It's handwritten on there in blue ink.
Yeah, in the presence of the two people that it excludes.
You're on
With a
tape,
video
man.
tape
So
to
what?
document it. Yeah,
It's
no
not
problem.
gonna
Just
happen.
write
I can write
refuse to
refused.
sign then for me. Will you write that?
Sure
Nothing?
won't.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, is everything you told me the truth today?
Yes, it is.
100%?
Yep.
No lies?
Yep.
Okay. Very good. So,
I'm
and
going to
did
write
I
in.
promise you or threaten you in any way?
No, you made plenty of threats, but
I did?
yeah,
I don't believe I did, but
not to harm my person or anything like that. But you've made threats.
I don't feel like I did. But did the way I spoke to you adjust the way you talked to me in any way, and mean that what you said was not accurate or true?
No, but you seem to think that it is, which
Fair
is why
enough.
this conversation is definitely over.
Fair enough. But
Ultimately, justice was served in this case. For his involvement, Chris took a plea deal, pleading guilty to second-degree manslaughter, first-degree criminal assistance, and an added drug charge because why not? He received 12 years total. Cody, in a plea deal of his own, was only charged with first-degree robbery. He received just under 3 years, which truly goes to show that in the end, he was actually the smart one. Well, the less dumb one, that is. And finally, David, Mr. Brainiac himself, received 40 years behind bars for the murder of Raul Cuadros. Our thoughts are with the family of Raul, as well as all of the innocent people who were forced to witness this crime. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.